or you think you're wanting to buy and you say, hey, let's just spend this Sunday going and seeing some open houses to see if we might be good candidates to buy a house sometime in the near future. What I would say if you're walking into your very first open house, number one, you don't have to have an agent. Don't worry about that. You don't have to talk to anybody. This is a great opportunity to meet agents as well and have a little conversation with them. Now, it might be busy. They may be talking to other people and they're trying to sell the house that day. But you know what they're also trying to do? They're trying to meet people who have not made a commitment to an agent. So I would say if you're going to an open house for the very first time as a buyer, the very first thing you need to be doing is having that conversation with that agent. Ask about the area. Ask how long they've been doing this. Ask if they're currently working with buyers. And ask them, of course, about this house. Now, if they are the listing agent for that house, there may be a little less conversation because they're representing the seller, right? And if they are not representing the seller, like I have agents in my office hold my open houses a lot. I feel that buyers are a lot more comfortable speaking with an agent in that house if they are not the listing agent for that house, right? But I would say if you're a buyer, the first thing you need to be looking at when you go into an open house is to have a conversation with that agent. The second thing I'd say you'd be looking for as a buyer when you're going to an open house is see if this house fits your lifestyle. Immediately when you go in, you're going to imagine yourself living there. You're rating it against where you are now. You're rating it against your childhood home. Where was my bedroom growing up? What bedroom did I always covet of my brothers or my sisters because they got the better place, right? Now I'm in my mom and dad's shoes or whatever. I want the primary bedroom to be this, that, or the other, right? And I've never had one of these things. I'm still living in an apartment with a roommate across the hall. So imagine what you want when you go in there and see if it would work for you. The other thing you want to do is kind of look at the quality of finishes and the quality of the work that's been done in the house. Is it brand spanking new? And is everything in its place? Is the refrigerator there? Or will the builder bring a refrigerator after closing? Does the garage door work? Is it brand new construction or is it a house that needs a lot of work? What are you looking for? And ask the agent some questions. What's that over there? How does this work? What goes on here under my feet? Ask questions, ask them all. So as you go and visit these open houses, you might go in 2, 3, 4, 10, or 20 before you decide kind of how you really want to officially move forward. And what'll happen as you're going through these houses is that nothing is ever going to be perfect. This is not your actual home tour, right? This is actually not your search for your home. Keep in mind, not every home is going to be open. Not every seller is going to hold an open house. Watch what repeats in homes. Look at how, the closets work in rooms. Look at bedrooms that are called bedrooms, but they don't have closets or they don't have doors. Ask the agent, why was it marketed this way, but now I see this? You'll learn a lot and you'll learn about some consistencies from neighborhood to neighborhood or municipality to municipality. When you go out of Georgia, things are called different things and things work very differently. If you go look at a condo in Midtown Atlanta in a building, it's going to have some very different amenities. And when you look at the HOA fees, they're very different from something 2 miles away in a more, I'd say, less populated neighborhood in an older building. Ask these questions. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. And I wouldn't use the open house touring as your official house hunt. You know what I mean? Go out there and explore. So once you kind of know what it is that you're looking for and you've asked plenty of questions, you've probably met a few agents along the way. You might have met the same agent 2 or 3 weekends in a row. That's a busy agent. They're out there working. They're working with buyers and sellers, okay? That's the one who you want to give a call and say, hey, can we sit down and meet for a buyer orientation? I think I might want to work with you. Let's talk about working together so you can help me find a home. And that agent will ask if you've spoken with a lender. They'll help you get set up, and then they'll have a buyer orientation with you where they go top to bottom, how real estate works in Georgia, how he or she may work with buyers, and then they'll go through the entire process from making the offer all the way to sitting at the closing table so you'll know what you're doing. And if that all looks good, you'll probably agree to something like a buyer brokerage agreement, which we must have signed in Georgia before an agent actually starts showing you houses that are not his listing or her listing, right? Then you start your home tour, and now it's very particular. You only go see the houses that seem to have the characteristics and the size and the prices and the features that you want. The open house was, let's get out here and see how this works. You're kind of like running the track first before the race starts, right? Testing out the lanes. And now you're lining up and you're going officially when the time starts and all the crowds in the stadiums and the gun starts.